All right, I think we're live.
Welcome everybody to Backstage with Chris live. Once again, let us know you can hear us and see us. If you are brand new to the channel, please say hello to us in the chat. We would love to know you're here. Love to know where you guys are all watching from. My name is Chris, better known on YouTube as Chris Cooking Nashville. And I do a bunch of crazy things with low carb, keto, carnivore, all kinds of proper human diet spectrum recipes. And you have stumbled into the Backstage with Chris live cooking show, where I'm going to show you how to very simply use some recipes, some leftover items, different kinds of things to put together a meal that you can customize for yourself for keto or carnivore or any kind of low carb, proper human diet spectrum version that you would like to have. So behind the camera and moderating the comments this evening is my beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, country artist extraordinaire. You guys, please go to ashtaylor.com. Also, go over to Instagram and search for @AshFalt Podcast, ASHPHALT, Ash Fault Podcast. Ash is beginning a brand new podcast and she is just starting to grow that. We're going to be filming and recording the first episodes of that very soon. So if you guys want to hear about life on the road, and we have some pretty cool musical guests that we're going to be talking with, you guys are definitely going to want to follow her over there. So how are you doing tonight, my love?
I'm doing great, my love. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I am excited about this recipe you're going to be making tonight.
Are you getting hungry?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it all looks so good.
Yeah.
So
it's
good.
going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really good. We're doing something really special. If you tuned in, you probably saw on the title that I was previewing an upcoming recipe, and I'm going to get right to that for you guys so you know what you're here to see. This is my 90-second carnivore ciabatta bread, bun, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, I toasted it on both sides after making it, but it is ready in basically 90 seconds. And as you're making one, you can be mixing another, so you can every 90 seconds crank out another carnivore ciabatta. It is probably the easiest carnivore bread I certainly have ever done, but maybe on the internet as a whole. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak preview. This will be coming not this Saturday, but next Saturday we will be releasing how to do that. So you guys are gonna wanna be ready for that one, because it's going to make the idea of having an animal-based product bread very, very simple. So if you want to do sandwiches, burgers, any of that kind of stuff, you can do it on the fly. You don't have to set aside an hour of your time to make a bun for yourself or compromise and go buy that keto bread that we all know is full of junk that's not really keto at the store, that's inflammatory. You don't have to do any of that. Within a few minutes, you can have one of these ready to go, and I'm going to have that recipe coming for you guys in just a little under 2 weeks.
And just to make sure we all heard that, did you say 90 seconds?
90 seconds, 1.5 minutes.
And you can have carnivore bread.
And you can have carnivore bread.
Wow.
Yep. It is the fastest carnivore bread by far that I've ever done, and maybe faster than any other carnivore bread I've ever seen anywhere else too. I mean, maybe there's one out there, I don't know, but I haven't seen one that is nearly as easy as this. It is one of the simplest recipes, not just bread recipes that I've done. It's one of the easiest recipes I've done, period.
Wow.
And it's very, very simple, but it's really good.
That's awesome. And you said that's not coming out this Saturday.
Right. So not coming out this Saturday. It's going to be next Saturday.
Which should be May the 10th.
Which should be May the 10th. This coming Saturday, we're doing carnivore rice, and I made, it's a new upgraded way of doing the carnivore rice, because I did one a long time ago and it was good, but this is better. I've upgraded it. I've also made the cooking of it easier. The process is easier and it gets you there with a little bit less fuss. So we're going to be doing that, and I made some rice bowls out of it. That's coming this Saturday, so that's going to be amazing as well. How good were the rice bowls?
Oh my gosh, y'all. I told Chris, like, we got done filming, I'd shoved that in my face. Yeah. It was amazing.
We sat down, we turned on TV, and we emptied those rice bowls fast.
Oh yeah,
they
were
did.
Good. And listen, I ain't mad about it. It was a lot of fat, a lot of protein, and a lot of goodness in one bowl.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, we're going to do something really fun. I'm going to do these carnivore sausage sandwiches, and then I'm gonna do a little keto red pepper spread to kind of go on it. If you're carnivore, leave that off. Add some butter, mayo, add some cheese, you know, don't add anything, whatever you wanna do. But if you want to go a little more in the keto direction, I've got a little spread here for you I'm going to share as well. I have a couple of leftover beef sausages. We got the grill out a couple of nights ago because it was really nice weather. And Ash said, hey, we haven't had the grill out for a little bit. We have a little small portable charcoal grill. She said, would you get the grill out and do a little charcoal grilled burger patties and sausages for me? And I said, yes, absolutely. Nice weather, we had that out, and we had a couple of sausages left over. And I was like, what can I do with these? And I was like, oh, well, this would be a great way to preview the buns, the ciabatta buns for you guys by making some sausage sandwiches. And it's also a great way of using leftover meat to do this. So if you have leftover sausage, leftover burger patties, leftover steak, leftover chicken, leftover shrimp, I mean, it doesn't matter. Any leftover meat you have, this is a cool way to do it. You could even do like breakfast sandwiches with like some leftover bacon or sausage or something, fry up an egg and put it on there. So lots of options here, but we're going to use these sausages. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook these up and prep them for the sandwich and how I make this little keto red pepper spread, which is going to be really nice. And we're going to have a good time. So do we have any major comments, questions? Anyone do we need to say hello to in the chat before we dive in? We're
just going all in, aren't
That's right. What is this, the 1950s? I'm going to jive my way in.
You're going to jive your way in?
Yeah.
Maybe not, babe. Maybe not. Yeah, if you don't mind, let's just say hey to a few folks here. So for starters, Miss Monique actually just became a new member here on
Monique.
YouTube. She joined the band on YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining the YouTube memberships.
Yeah, so awesome. Of course, we have a rockstar moderator, Janelle, in the house.
Hello, Janelle.
Sherry is awesome. Sherry Nevada Pup says, good day, all. I made the beer batter hot dog on a stick tonight for supper. OMG, Chris, what kind of tomfoolery is this? These were even better than the fair ones that I remember. I have some batter left over, so later this evening, when I'm not so full, I'm going to fry me up some onion rings. Chris, you are pure genius with these recipes.
Oh, well, you're very kind. I'm glad you enjoy that. If you guys don't know, I do have a carnivore corn dog recipe, making a corn dog batter, which is loosely based off my carnivore beer batter recipe. And if you fry those up, they're golden, they're crispy, and they're obviously delicious.
They are. Julie is here from Georgia.
Hello.
Carrie says hello to everyone.
Hey, Carrie.
Rockin' Keto Amy's in the house.
Hi, Amy.
We got Mr. Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
Jeffrey Cox is here.
What's up, Jeff? My brother.
He says, hello, superheroes, and my favorite internet family, Chris and Ash. Taking a break from hobby time and 3D printing videos, new birthday toy, to tune in. Can't miss the Tuesday night tradition.
Well, we're very glad you're here, Jeff.
Awesome. DJ Magic Man is in the house.
What's up, Matt?
He also has a question.
Yeah.
Says, let the wait begin. Chris, did you try using Keto Chow shakes for flavoring your cereal?
I have not yet, but I am going to. If I can figure out how to make it work, I will. Keto Chow is a weird thing when it comes to things like the cereal because it has some gums and fibers that are part of what make that shake become a shake when you mix it. So you have to know how to sort of combat that to get it crispy so that you can have that same cereal sort of a vibe. But I'm working with it.
If there's anyone who can figure it out, I bet it's you, Mr. Delisle.
We'll find out.
I bet it's you. Dennis is in the house.
Hello, Dennis.
Janine is watching.
Hi, Janine.
Stephen Stone.
Hello, Stephen.
He says, good evening from Corpus.
Yes.
Melinda is here.
Hi, Melinda.
She's watching from Buckeye Lake, Ohio.
Very cool.
And Mr. John Wise is
Hi,
here.
John.
The beautiful Miss Emily's in the house.
Hello, Emily.
She says, hey, everybody, and a good stormy southern evening to the band.
Yes, absolutely.
Wild weather. Janelle says, please hit the like and subscribe, everyone.
Absolutely. It does us a great service if you guys would go hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and then maybe even share this with someone who could use some recipes like this to change their health. It tells YouTube that this is really cool. It tells your friends that it's really cool. And it's honestly, it's free, it's low carb, it's really easy to do. There's really no reason not to. So we would appreciate it very much if you would do so while you're here.
Absolutely. Kel is here from Louisiana.
Hi, Kel.
Evelyn says, hello, friends.
Hello, Evelyn.
Also, Janelle put the link up to your favorite chef competition.
Ah, yes. Thank you. If you guys don't know, I'm part of the favorite chef competition. I'm still in first place in my group. We are going for the top 5, I believe, right now in each of the groups, and I have not left first place because of all you wonderful people. You can vote once every 24 hours for free. I'm not asking you guys to go pay for votes. You can, but you don't have to do that. If you just go vote once every 24 hours for free for me, I would really appreciate that. Set a reminder in your phone and just go vote, and let's see if maybe we can't take keto and carnivore and just proper human diet cooking to the mainstream. Taste of Home magazine feature, Cooking with Carla Hall, all kinds of things on the Food Network celebrity chef level. It would be amazing to have a keto and carnivore chef like myself pop in and get to do something like that on that level of mainstream media. So if you don't mind, we would appreciate it. Just go vote, and let's see if we can't take proper human diets to the mainstream in a way that has never been done before.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we're going to keep saying hey to folks in a minute. Why don't you go ahead and
Yep, absolutely.
dive on in there.
So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get a skillet here over a medium to medium high heat. And I'm going to take my leftover sausages. These are fridge cold. Now, you could do this different ways. You could cut them in slices, fry it up that way. You could leave them whole, fry it up that way. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to cut them in half here, and I'm actually going to do it on the cutting board because act like you're a person who knows how to cook, Christopher. We're going to put it on the cutting board, and we're going to just slice it right down the middle like that because that's going to give us a nice bun-sized sausage there. And then I'm just going to cut it in half, and I'm going to try to not cut quite all the way through so that I can fold it open but leave the skin attached there and fry this like little sausage, almost patties in a certain way. And that way we can get a nice fry on that. And then it'll lay flat on our bun for a nice little sandwich. So I'm going to fry up the inside like this. And then once they're a little closer to being done, I'm going to show you how we get them nice and heated the rest of the way through without drying them out, because nobody likes a dry sausage.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
And these have a lot of fat in them, so there is no need to put anything in the skillet. Although if you wanted to, you could add some bacon grease or butter or whatever, depending on what it is you're trying to heat up. So there we go. Just kind of butterfly our sausages open. Put them down. Get those frying up. Now, for the spread that I have going on here, I've got some, you don't have to use anything, like I said, but I've got some fire roasted red peppers here that I'm going to make this out of. Got a couple of those, and I've kind of let the liquid drain off of them because we don't want a whole bunch of extra moisture, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Just get rid of the extra liquid there. So I'm going to cut these up into some little pieces here. And I've actually got a little miniature food processor over here I'm going to use to make this, but I'm just going to chop this roughly just so that I have a little bit more manageable pieces to work with. And let's check our sausages here. Those are frying up nice.
They're smelling nice too.
They're smelling fantastic so far. These sausages were so good, and they carry already that flavor that comes from the charcoal grill. So when you fry them up this way, you get the nice caramelization, but you're also going to bring along all of that flavor, that smokiness that comes from the fact these were cooked over charcoal. So it should be a nice little smoky flavor for us to enjoy. So I'm going to take my little mini food chopper here, which I hardly ever use. I'm normally doing things in the size of batches that render this kind of pointless, but tonight this may actually be helpful for us. So I'm just going to throw in my red peppers. I'm going to try not to make a mess in the process, but you never know because I'm a little short on space here. Here we go. So again, I cut those up into rough pieces just so I could get them into the food processor easier. When you're getting ready to process something like that, it's best to, even if you're going to process it all the way down, just chop it into some big chunks like that, because by doing so, it will allow you to get the most out of the processor. It'll work faster, and you can keep it a little bit more even when you chop everything up, so you don't have to just totally pulverize everything trying to get to the last of the big pieces. So just makes it a little bit easier. If you see me keep reaching down in the pan here, I'm turning these because, you know, the center of a frying pan usually gets a little hot faster compared to the outside. So I'm just kind of turning the sausages 180 degrees as they're frying up, just to kind of get a nice even coloring all the way around. Those will be ready for us to finish up here in just a minute. So I've got my red peppers in here. I also have, this is about a tablespoon of capers. So I'm going to throw those in there. That'll be a nice little salty punch. This is a mixture of just a little bit of fish sauce. I know, weird, but roll with me for a second. Fish sauce and just a little splash of hot sauce for just a little flavor. Now that is going to go in, and that's why I wanted to get rid of all the extra liquid, because I didn't want all the water from the peppers. I want to add in flavor in the little bit of liquid that's going in there. And then this is something only the band members know about. So if you are a part of my private community, which is linked down below, you're part of the band, and you guys got a message the other day asking for you to help me with a little recipe testing for something that I'm working on for the cookbook. And that is exactly what is in this right here. The band are the only ones that know what it is, the only ones that kind of know what's going on with it, and some of them have actually gotten to test it, try it out, give me their feedback ahead of time. Everybody else, the first time they're going to see it is when it's in the cookbook. So if you guys are interested in what that is, it's a seasoning mix, but if you're interested in that and you want to know more about it, you can come join the band. The link for the private community is in the description box down below. But I'm going to add a little bit of that. You could add some salt, you could add different seasonings, herbs, whatever it is you like, but we're going to flavor that up a little bit. And then I'm just going to pulse this all together, and I'm going to try to keep it as chunky as I can. I don't want to totally blitz it into oblivion here. Just like so. Very easy, very quick to do. Beautiful. Go ahead and take our sausages. Now these are done being caramelized on all sides, and I put some serious color on these because, again, I'm looking for that smoky caramelized sausage thing going on here because we're making these sausage sandwiches. Now, some of the smoke flavor has cooked off of those and caramelized into the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of water in here, and we're just going to use that water to cook that flavor off the bottom of the pan back onto the sausages, almost like a sauce. It's not really going to be a sauce, but we're not going to dry it out all the way, so there's a little bit of that soft, wet kind of outer coating on the sausage that has all that flavor in there. The stuff in the bottom of the pan is called fond, and when you use liquid to cook it like that, off of the pan into the liquid and coat the food, it's deglazing the pan. And when you deglaze the pan like that, you lift all of those flavors up, which you can then use to coat the amazing meat, the sausage, or if you had steak or chicken or whatever it is you were making, that would totally be a way to do that. So, get that out of the way. Now here, of course, we got our buns. I have just a little bit of ricotta cheese. It's not much, it's a few tablespoons. It's just a little bit, and I'm gonna use it to help bind this pepper mixture so that I'm not just putting straight up red pepper gooey juice all over the ciabatta bun. So I'm just gonna put that in there, mix that all together. We'll taste it for seasoning. I can add a little bit more of my special seasoning there if need be. So again, if you guys want to get a preview of that seasoning before the cookbook comes out, when that eventually will happen, we're kind of in the beginning stages, so it'll be a while, but eventually that's going to come out. But if you guys would like to have previews and know what's going on, be on the inside scoop of everything, come join the band. We've got room for lots more people. We'd love to have you in there. So I'm just going to mix the red pepper and the ricotta together.
Man, that all just already looks so good, and it smells so good in here.
Yes, it smells amazing in here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to taste it for seasoning and just make sure, but that basically is our red pepper spread, and you can see it's not just like totally liquid now. It's got kind of a little bit more of a thicker texture, so it's going to hold to the bun a whole lot better. So we're just going to taste it for seasoning. And yes, I know I used my finger. It's all right. Everyone's going to be okay.
No one should panic.
No one should panic. Tiny bit more seasoning, and it's perfect. There we go.
Awesome.
That is it. So I'm just going to mix that all together. We're going to finish cooking up these sausages with that little bit of water. That water is also going to help heat the sausages back up all the way through without burning them on the outside or drying them out on the inside. So it's a really nice way to add a little bit of a buffer to reheat your meat, to have the deglazing of a pan like that, to kind of create a little sauce on the outside and to buffer it so it doesn't dry out. All right, while I'm finishing up these sausages, do we have any questions or comments we'd like to say hello to anybody, anything?
Yeah, so lots of people are excited about this new bread recipe that you
Yeah.
can make in 90 seconds.
I'm excited about this new bread recipe I make in 90
Some people would actually like
seconds.
to see the bread, though, up close. Could you maybe
Yeah.
bring some bread over when you get a second?
Yep,
And
absolutely. Let me get this stuff out of the way
show off your
here.
delicious bread for the folks at home.
Yep.
Also, guys, we have a little over 100 people watching, and we only have 71 thumbs up.
Uh-oh, someone's
Yep.
slacking.
Slacking. So if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up, share
Yes,
it with a friend, let
please.
them know that we're here.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but let's go through here. John White says, dang, I'm going to be starving by the end of this. Bruce is so sweet. He says, Chris, you are definitely Food Network level.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, Miss Kara Judd is in the house.
Hello, Kara. How are you?
Oh, she's so sweet. Your parents are here.
Hello, Mom and Dad. Mama and Papa Nashville in the house. Here's the 90-second bread up close for you guys, and you can see it does toast up nicely as well, but it is still soft. It is dense like a ciabatta, but it is still soft and it is tasty.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, so I got to kind of keep my mouth shut.
That's okay.
But
You can talk about how good it is.
I did taste a little bit, guys, because that's my job, and I take my job very seriously. I literally came home this afternoon, and Chris was like, eat this.
Yep.
And I was like, and I took a bite, and I went, oh, it
Yep.
was amazing.
That's how we do it.
I think it's better than his actual carnivore white bread, which was my favorite carnivore bread of all time. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I think this may be better than my actual loaf of bread recipe, and it's significantly easier. So we have cooked basically the rest of the water out. There's just a little bit of moisture, like kind of fat really left in the bottom of the pan, so I'm not going to cook it dry. I'm just going to turn it off and leave it there, leave those in the pan to stay hot. We're going to get this ready while we say hello to people.
I love it. Sweet. Richard Williams is here.
Hello, my friend. How are you, neighbor?
Yes, our neighbor from Copper Hill. Kitchen Witch is also in the house.
Well, hello, Kitchen Witch.
Dawn is watching from Iowa.
Hello.
We got Russ in Boston.
Hey, Russ.
Michael says he's watching from Oregon. Says waiting for that bread so I can have my first sandwich in over a year.
Yeah, there you go. This would make an awesome sandwich.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
we're doing like a sausage sandwich, but I mean, you could do like deli meats. You could do, I mean, any kind of sandwich you want, really. So if you slice it thin enough, after you make it, probably cut it in 4 instead of cut it in 2 the way I did. You could probably make a couple little mini round grilled cheese out of it too. So
Oh, I bet that would be so good.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a bun and a bun, and we're gonna do some of that red pepper spread right there.
Yum.
And sausages on top. There we go. More red pepper spread over top of the sausages.
This is also a very quick recipe, isn't
It's
it?
very, very quick. When you use leftover meats like this, if you kind of go into it with a plan, it really doesn't take much. It's very straightforward. It's very simple. But it turns out way better than what would just be the sum of its parts in your mind, you know? Mm-hmm. Okay, spread a little of that red pepper spread on that top bun as well because I love my wife.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He knows that I'm all about red peppers.
Yes.
I love them.
Yes. And then we just there and there.
Now do I get to eat? Oh, almost. I gotta wait. Those look so good though. Like it.
I think it's gonna be fantastic. Here you go, my love.
Well, thank you, sir.
To let the people at home know what the verdict is, I'm gonna plate up mine over here while you are giving that a taste. Now, this is a good example of one of those recipes where, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, I could never make any of these recipes. I would never be able to stop. I'd eat 10 of those. This bread is so filling. It is high protein. It is high fat, all of these things. I honestly would be surprised if somebody could eat more than a couple of these. I'd be very surprised if anybody could do it because it's going to be very filling. She's making mming noises over there.
That's really good.
You like that?
Yes, that is very good. Your bread is incredible. I feel like I should shut up and wait for people to see the video. The bread is awesome. I think it is better than your actual carnivore bread recipe that you previously came out with. Super good. I love the sausages. Really good flavor. Sausage and peppers, great combo.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with that combo. Delicious. So the red pepper sauce, I have to say, when you started putting like capers and like the fish sauce in there, I was like,
a little weird.
I don't know about that. Y'all, seriously, it is so good. And it just adds a nice little flavor.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that grilled meat, kind of charcoal kind of vibe, and then you get like this nice little, like, oof. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Woohoo!
Yeah, having that little bit of like the red pepper stuff going on in there, it just kind of breaks up the fattiness of the sausage just a little bit and just makes it just nice. So, you know, super messy, but you know, what sandwich isn't supposed to be messy, right?
Oh, it has to be messy. Come on.
So, bon appetit.
Yeah, that pepper sauce though, that's nice. Especially, I feel like we eat so much mustard. Well, at least I do, with it being, you know, low carb.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, if you get sick of mustard, that's what's up.
So good.
Man, I'll tell you what, this bread, dang.
Yeah, the bread is so good.
I'm also thinking about you can make like breakfast sandwiches. Would be really good on here. Oh,
Yeah, this bread is fantastic, guys.
you know what I'd love for you to do? You got my brain thinking. You're a beer batter. I would love for you to fry like some chicken or fish and use this
Like a
bread.
chicken sandwich?
Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so good.
Maybe we'll have to do a video of that in the future.
I would love that. So good.
That's really good. I'm going to stop right now because if I start eating and I don't get control of it, I'm just going to stand here and eat, and I'm not going to answer anyone's questions or say hello to anybody or
We're just
talk
gonna
about
keep eating,
anything.
yeah.
I'm just going to eat the entire time. That is
that's fair.
fantastic. That is a great way of using that. And honestly, it's very simple. I mean, you guys saw I literally did everything right in front of you. And the only thing that was already done was the bread, which I'm going to show you how to do, and it takes 90 seconds to make one of those. So
Amazing.
super easy.
Because you said now we're going to talk, though, I threw another bite in my mouth, so give me just 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
That's really that good. It's awesome. All right, let's say hey to some folks,
Yeah.
answer some questions. Purple Lovin' Nana is in the house.
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
She's the sweetest. Donna is watching from Oklahoma.
Hi, Donna.
She says good to see you, too.
Yeah.
Iggy Rose is watching.
Hello.
Emily says those sleeves are looking loose there, bud.
So,
Go ahead, show off. Show off.
So, yes, the sleeves are looking loose. Also, so I put this vest on. I've never been able to button this vest since we bought it. I'm
Boom.
that close. I'm that close to buttoning it.
You're going to get there.
We're gonna get there.
Yes.
Yep, little
That's
at a
good.
time. Little
Good
at a time.
stuff.
And this is the thing, it's not a race. I'm not trying to lose weight as fast as I possibly can. I'm trying to lose weight, specifically fat. It's not really about the scale, it's more about the fat. So I don't really step on a scale. I more pay attention to how my clothes fit and measurements and things like that. I want my measurements to go down as I lose fat. And I want to do it not as fast as possible, as sustainably as possible. And if I can have things like this on a rare occasion, I can eat meat, salt, water. We've been doing like a loose BBBE plus coffee kind of thing. And other than when I'm doing recipes, I'm eating beef, butter, bacon, and eggs and having my coffee in the morning. And I have no trouble doing that, especially if on the rare occasion I make a recipe, I have something like this, which is mostly beef and eggs anyway. It's not that far away from BBBE. You guys will see when the video for the bread comes out. But other than the rare occasion I'm doing these recipes, I can eat like BBBE, or I can, be super strict with my carnivore, or Ash does super strict, meat heavy keto, or any of these things. And we just have these little rare treats, and it just makes it super sustainable. So does it make me lose weight slower? I don't know, maybe, but my lifestyle is sustainable and I can keep doing it. And I can keep progressing towards better health, and I'm getting close to being able to button a vest I've never buttoned. So, inflammation is going down. I still have more to lose. I know that. It's not lost on me that when I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror that there's still extra weight to lose. I know it's there. But how cool is it that it's like, right, but it's a little at a time and it's sustainable because it's a lifestyle, not a diet.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mr. Brother Barry Weems is in the house.
Hello, Barry. How are you, my friend?
Debbie Purple of Anana says, I need that bread.
Yo, you're going to love this one when it comes out.
Definitely. Jeffrey Cox says, oh, game changer for wifey. Can't wait for 90-second bread. And that easy? That's for me.
Yep, absolutely. You will not have any trouble. This is one of the easiest recipes I've ever created.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think Chris is just showing off. That's what I told him. He handed it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. He's like, I made it in 90 seconds. I'm like, all right, brag, brag, brag.
So I have to give a shout out to Pastor Bob, my good friend, pastor of the church we go to, Pastor Bob. He's lost 140 pounds as a carnivore and reversed arthritis and diabetes, and he had like a cancer issue, and that's all gone. I mean, like, he has an incredible story with carnivore, but he was a vegan for 40 years. So he doesn't know how to cook meat. He doesn't know how to do these things, and he's trying to learn. Over the last year and a half, 2 years, he and his mom have switched to carnivore or ketovore, depending on what his mom wants that day. They have switched over their diet, and he's like, I'm trying to learn to cook, but I struggle with this. And so that's why he started watching my channel and how he and I even became friends after we met. And so he came to me and he said, I want to make bread. My mom really misses bread. His mom is like 94, 95, something like that. Just Miss Bonnie is the most amazing. Maybe she'll watch this video. That would be awesome. Miss Bonnie is amazing. And he's like, my mom really would love some bread. And he's like, I tried your bread and I totally failed at it because I am not a good cook. And he's like, I need something simple. Like, I used to do these keto buns that could be done in a microwave, and they were like in a single bowl and all of this kind of stuff. So he was asking for really simple stuff. And I said, okay, let me see what I can do. And this one is a shout out to Pastor Bob, because even Pastor Bob is going to make this one and not have a problem.
And that is what we like.
Yes, love helping people.
Absolutely. Let's see here. We got Peggy watching from Georgia.
Hi, Peggy.
Miss Carrie's in the house.
Hello.
She says, howdy, peeps.
Howdy, howdy.
Bruce is looking forward to the 1-minute carnivore bread recipe.
Yeah.
And Sherry is also looking forward to the bread recipe and says, I have such high hopes that finally I will have a bread that I like.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do everything we can to help you, Sherry. And if you have anything you're just like, no, it doesn't quite do it for me, tell me. Tell me why, and let me see what I can do to help.
Dennis is so funny. He says, 90-second bread, be still my heart.
Yes.
We feel you, Dennis.
Yes. It's a great tool, especially if it's like, I got to go to work. I forgot to pack lunch. You could literally pull this out, make it with a single bowl. It's done by the time you get everything out and you make it and everything, it's probably going to take you 3 minutes, right? You can make it in 3 minutes, pack some lunch meat or throw lunch meat in a bag, run out the door, and you can still take a good, healthy, proper human diet lunch with you to work in like 3-4 minutes. I mean,
gotta love that.
How cool is that?
Oh, it's great. Paula is here.
Hi, Paula.
I believe she must be new. I don't think I've seen her name before, so welcome, Paula, if you are new. She says, you have such awesome ideas. Do you have your own cookbook?
I am working on it. I am working on that. I've sent in the first couple of things to the publisher. They have been accepted. I'm continuing to work. I just, piece by piece, you send things into the publisher, you meet deadlines, they approve things, and the design team starts working. Like, it's a whole long process, but we're in the process of doing it. and we're very excited to share details with you guys when we have them to share. So make sure you are subscribed here and you got that notification bell clicked so that it tells you when I go live, when I do videos, whatever. And check out my community tab because I'll be posting there and letting you guys know information when it's things like we're getting down to the time for pre-orders and this is when the book is going to be released, and all that info you guys all here will be the first to know. Well, the band members in my private group will be the first to know, and then you guys all here on YouTube will be the second to know. So if you don't want to join the band, cool. Make sure to come over and hit that notification bell so you can find all the notifications here on the YouTube channel when we tell you guys that we have details to share. But we're working on that cookbook.
Oh yeah, it's coming, and it's gonna be so good.
Yes. It's gonna have 130 recipes in it, by the way.
Lots of good ones.
Yes.
Kel says, can't wait for the bread recipe, and I thought the ground chicken chaffle was fast and delicious, but you are a cooking genius.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that very much. This is a really good recipe, I'll have to say.
It is. Honey, you're very smart. You're smart. Steven, 055 says, bro, I need this bread recipe.
Yes, absolutely. Working on it for you guys. We'll get that video out in a week and a half-ish.
May 10th, y'all. May 10th, 9 a.m. Central Standard.
Yep.
Here on the YouTubes. Tammy is here. She
Hi,
says,
Tammy.
Following from the tribe.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. If you guys did not know, Dr. Barry's private community, the PhD group, also called the Tribe, I am a member over there. I've been a member over there for a long time, but Dr. Barry and Nisha, they were very kind, they were very sweet, and they actually asked me to be the culinary coach, as it were, in the Tribe, and they gave me a space in there where I can share cooking tips, and I do private live streams and some Q&As and give just all kinds of fun cooking info to the Tribe in there as a thank you, honestly, to Dr. Barry and Nisha for everything they've done for us. And we're doing really cool stuff over there. So happy to have any Tribe members who are finding me from over there popping in. We appreciate that very much.
Yes, please say hello too. It's
yes,
so
let
good
us know if
coming.
you guys are in the Tribe. Put Tribe in the comments. Put Tribe in the chat so that I know you're here from the Tribe. We'd love to know our fellow Tribe members are here.
Definitely. Mr. Sean Bradley's in the house.
Hello, Sean.
Steven 055, he cracks me up. He says, I bought some beef gelatin and egg white protein powder solely because of this channel.
Well, I appreciate that. I remember when I first started doing all the different recipes and I was using a lot of egg white powder in the beginning. I had so many people tell me that the brand that I had been using at the time was sold out on Amazon, and they're like, it's sold out and I'm sure it's because of you.
Yeah.
So I was selling a lot of egg white powder for various brands on the internet apparently for a while.
Hey, it works.
That's right.
Becky is watching over on Facebook.
Hi, Becky.
She says, hi, Chris and Ash. Becky Lou here. Love you both.
Well, thank you so much. We love you too.
Yes, we love you. You're awesome. CB Carmack is in the house.
Hi, CB.
In case you guys are wondering if these sandwiches are really good, in case you can't tell, Chris talked for more than a second.
She's eating while I'm talking.
I'm trying. I thought maybe he was going to talk a little longer, so I snuck a bite. They're really good.
She's used to me waxing poetic.
Usually he can go on about like egg white powder for a good minute or two. I'm like, I got time for a quick bite.
Yeah.
He tricked me. Karen is here.
Hi, Karen.
She says, good evening, Chris, Ash, Mel, and the CCN family. And Tammy says, oh, hi, Ash. Don't want to leave you out. Thank you, Tammy. I love you.
Everybody do me a favor and show Ash some love in the chat. Let her know you appreciate her for running those comments and just moderating and just doing all the things that she does back there. Because, guys, Chris Cooking Nashville would not exist without Ash Taylor. I'm just telling you, there is no way I would do what I do without my wife. It is impossible. I would never get it all done. I would be a lost train wreck, cuddled up in a little ball in the corner, sobbing myself to sleep, wondering what to do with my life without this woman.
Thank you. I'm not going to disagree, though. It's just a lot of workload. Yeah, but you know what? I can't make carnivore bread in 90 seconds.
Well, maybe so, but
teamwork.
Still,
teamwork.
You guys show Ash some love in the chat. Let her know you appreciate her.
Thank you, loves. This is awesome. Kim is watching from Facebook.
Hi, Kim.
She says, hello, Chris and Ash, from Kim and Charlotte. 8-week carnivore, loving all your recipes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rock on. Good for you guys. That's amazing.
Yes. Also, it looks like Stacy and Ken popped in.
Hey, Stacy and Ken.
Yeah.
Ken, I hope that you, if you see this, Ken, I hope that you are healing and you are feeling better. We are praying for both of you guys. Let us know what we can do.
Yep. And they say hello to you all. Thank you for the prayers and thoughts.
Yes, absolutely.
And then Robin Marshall Williams says, remember, I'm all for the Keto Carnivore restaurant on Broadway featuring Ash and the band. I think you said next to Jelly Roll's restaurant.
Yes, thank you, Robin. If I find the $5 million startup cost it would probably take to get a restaurant on Broadway, I don't even know if $5 million would touch Broadway.
If we find $100 million, we're on it.
If I find multiple millions of dollars and I have the ability to do it, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Mary Kay Wesling is in the house. Andy, Meat Lady Laugh a Lot.
Hi, Andy.
Kara Judd says, Ash, way too funny. Send me over a plate. Listen, we could ship it.
That's right.
Ship it. Barry Weems says, will y'all please keep me in your prayers Friday, as I'm having at 7:30 a.m. for a hernia repair on my stomach. Chris, you're amazing and coming up with these recipe ideas.
Oh, well, Barry, I appreciate that. And of course, we'll keep you in our prayers. So you let us know how things are going and if you're healing and what's happening. You shoot me a message and let me know.
Absolutely. Easy Peasy Keto says, hello to our sweet Nashville family. We love your recipes.
Yes, thank you.
Janelle has a question about the bread.
Yeah.
For those of us that are excited to try your 90-second bread when it's released,
Yep.
What did you cook them in? Can you say, or do we have to wait?
So there's going to be multiple ways of doing this. What I have right now are little silicone molds. They're actually made for like cakes. They're like little 4-inch silicone cake molds, like mini cake molds. Any kind of a silicone mold. You can use even a plate that has high sides with parchment paper. There's going to be several different ways of doing it. So, but if you're a member of the private community, if you're a member of the band, you guys shoot me a message if you would like. I'll send you a link to exactly what it is I got so you can make them look just like mine.
Love it.
And then when that video comes out, I'll share the link with everybody else too.
Yeah. So Amy has a great question. Rocky
Okay.
Keto Amy says, Ash, has Chris ever made anything that tasted that you didn't like either on or off camera? Can you share? So we've been together for 7 years, and yes, the short answer is yes.
Now let me preface this. I've never made a recipe that was my recipe.
Yes.
That she didn't like. I've made other people's recipes that she did not like. I'll let her answer from there.
Yes. So that you stole the words out of my mouth. So for when we first started keto,
Yep.
let's just start there. Chris would go make recipes that he found online on YouTube, and I would try them and I'd spit them right out. They taste like eggs, they're soggy, they're this. I'm like, that is not pasta,
take a bite.
that is not bread.
She would take a bite, she would chew 2 or 3 times, get this look on her face, and she would go, I'm sorry, I can't. And she'd walk over to the trash can and go, bleh! And spit it right out.
Yeah.
She will not eat it if she does not like it.
And listen, you say, oh, she's new to keto. No, man, you give
day.
me that stuff.
That's why I started creating recipes, because I couldn't find any that she liked.
This is true.
This is another reason Chris Cooking Nashville would not exist without my wife, because she was very much not into certain recipes, and we were getting really bogged down with the boringness of meat and veggies because we were doing keto. And so I began experimenting, and fast forward a couple of years later, and suddenly I got this thing of carnivore, and I was doing carnivore recipes, and I don't know, it started to work, and here I am. But she's the reason I started doing that, because she absolutely will spit food out.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I am not a picky eater, huh? Like, I eat anything, but I have a problem when you hand me something and it's like, this is pasta or this is bread, and then I taste it. It tastes
like eggs.
It tastes like eggs, or it tastes like a texture or a flavor that it should not be.
Cardboard or sandy, gritty, or real porky if it uses a bunch of pork rinds, or like these are all flavors or textures that she's like, no, I will not.
Well, it just doesn't taste like what it should.
Right.
So, anywho, so I have basically never tasted one of Chris's recipes that I've spitted out. I have tasted other people's that he's made where I was like, oh, hell no.
I'm also smart enough to not feed her a recipe before I'm pretty sure she's going to like it, which is why I do all the experiments and like little test batches of things and stuff. Ash and I were actually having this conversation. If you guys were watching me experiment, most of you would probably think I was crazy.
Yep.
Because I'll have goo in a bowl, I'll put it in a skillet, I'll cook it, and then I'll take it and I'll take a bite, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, now I get it. And then I'll go make the whole recipe, which doesn't look anything like what I just did in the skillet, but I'm learning something from that then tells me what I can do with a final recipe, and that's how I experiment. So if you saw me experimenting, you would probably think I was like just wasting time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
Because that's the thing too, is like he'll like work on something and then he'll be like, all right, I'm ready to film. And I'm like, what do you mean? Do you not want to try it? And he goes, no, X equals Y equals.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But yeah, even like test batches of recipes though, I've never spit one out. I maybe at the worst we're like, hey, I think it could be a little firmer, or I think it could be a little this. And you usually agree and say it right away. But yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm very honest. I'm very blunt though, and sassy in case no one has picked that up yet.
Yeah.
So if he ever did make something though, I'd be like, hey, we gotta talk.
Well, the truth is, like, I mean, I make a living trying to do this, and like the whole thing we do here is help people with the best recipes I can create. And if Ash isn't honest with me and telling me, no, this is not good, if it's truly not good, it just would hurt the reputation of what I do.
Yeah.
And that's, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help us. So we're really, really transparent about how we at least feel about these foods.
Yeah. The other thing, we were actually talking about this on our Monday morning live. Chris has made a lot of absolutely, I think, brilliant recipes that I think are truly incredible. They're so good. I mean, we feed them to people on a standard American diet all the time, and they don't know the difference. And we get messages from people who will make one of Chris's recipes. For example, your cornbread was a recent one. Someone made your cornbread, carnivore cornbread, took it to a potluck at church.
Yep.
No one thought it was carnivore. They just thought it was cornbread.
Everybody just ate it and thought it was great cornbread.
So there you go. But I was going to say, the other thing is if you like to make recipes and be fun in the kitchen, or if you want to use these as tools, great. If you never make one of Chris's recipes, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I just want you to be happy.
Absolutely.
I just want you to be healthy.
You just do what works for you and what makes you happy.
Yeah. So if it works for you, cool. But that's awesome. That's a great question though, Amy. Thank you so much.
Yes. What a great question.
Yes. Emily says, I've had the OG white bread from the man himself. I don't know how it could be better. Emily, I thought the same thing, and then I tasted this little sausage bun thing, and I'm in love. I'm in love. Let's see. Sherry is saying, now that is what I'm talking about. I have the bread recipe. Says that she won't make this because she doesn't want the fish sauce, but a chicken sandwich sounds yummy.
You could totally leave that fish sauce out. That's just a new mommy thing. But you could make that mixture with the red pepper and the ricotta cheese, and you could add in a little splash of beef broth or chicken broth, or you wouldn't even have to add that. You could just add in a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
So whatever you like, customize it.
I'm actually going to put this comment up on the screen. This is freaking sick.
Yeah.
Nate is here. I believe
Hi,
Nate
Nate
is also new. I haven't seen his name before.
Good to see you.
Says, my wife has lost 40 pounds in the past 60 days on carnivore. Super proud of her.
That's amazing. Rock on to your wife. She is killing it. That's fantastic.
Seriously, that's a lot. Wow.
That is great.
Yes. Couple more bread questions. When is the new bread recipe coming out?
May 10th.
Woohoo. Sherry wants to know, tell me the bread recipe is not cheese-based like the chaffles?
It is not cheese-based.
There you go. Look at you making people happy.
It is not cheese-based.
And DJ Magic Man Matt says, bread looks like the perfect bread for Eggs Benedict.
Yes, it would be fantastic for Eggs Benedict, I think. So back to the cheese-based question, the version of this that I'm doing does have some dairy, but I actually think with a slight modification, I think you could even do this bread dairy-free. I haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure it would work. I'll let you guys know more in that video.
Yeah. That's awesome. Big Vine says, I'd join your band if I had any musical talent at all. It's okay. We welcome people who can't sing in tune or clap on time. We
That's
still
right.
welcome you.
That's right. You don't have to be musical to be in the Chris Cooking Nashville band. You can just be supportive and love proper human diets.
Yeah, this is awesome. Karen says, can't wait for the cookbook. I have a temporary cookbook with your recipe cards in a binder.
Yes, I appreciate that very much. I'm very excited to get that out so you can have the actual thing sitting on the shelf.
This is awesome. CB Carmack says, just voted for you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, CB. Appreciate that very much.
Yeah. And this is awesome. Looks like we got quite a few tribe members here.
Yeah.
Dawn says, tribe, but I watched you before I joined the tribe.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Debbie Purple Levanona says, in the tribe and in the band.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And Robin says, cannot wait for May 10th, my 39th wedding anniversary. Bring on the bread.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yes, that's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Honestly,
By the way,
good way.
so I took one of these. I made a test batch, and I took one of these before I made the ones we had for dinner tonight. I took one, toasted it up just like this, and then I just cut up hunks of butter and did like butter on bread. It was fantastic.
Yes.
So if you're looking for like buttered bread to go alongside whatever your dinner is for a special night, like an anniversary.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Janine says, this is awesome. My husband was vegan for 28 years. His surgeon said this is what caused his need for a female bypass. He said if we had not gone carnivore the year before, he would not survive the surgery.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That's incredible. I'm so glad that you guys found carnivore in time.
Yes.
Amazing. The misinformation out there about vegan diets and all that kind of stuff just does so much harm, I think, to people.
Yeah.
And I'm not a doctor and I can't give you nutritional or medical advice here, but I'm just telling you from an anecdotal standpoint, what it's done in my life and what I've seen it do in the comments of thousands of people is amazing what keto and carnivore can do and what that meat-heavy diet, whichever version you pick, it is amazing what it can do for your body.
Absolutely. Liz Williams is here.
Hello, Liz.
She says, hi, Chris and Ash. So excited for the new bread.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Dustin at Keto Simple has joined.
Hello, the beard is in the house.
The beard is here. He said, I'm super late. Joined in to Chris talking about how amazing Ash is. He's not wrong. Well, thank you. Thank you. I've seen all these sweet comments. Y'all are very, very, very sweet. Let's see here. This is very sweet. Robin says, Ash is the sweetest, best personality in the internet streets. Well, thanks, guys. I just feel like I don't do much. I just show up, I eat, film, and then I do the dishes.
She does so many things you guys don't see. She does so much behind the scenes.
Yes. And Dustin says, don't forget to show love to Mel. Well, and I guess Chris, too.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mel's
Mel?
in there laying on the couch looking sad because she's not being fed. Although she's already had dinner, so don't let her fool you.
She did have dinner.
She's laying on the couch and she is burying her nose between the arm of the couch and the cushion and moping about the fact that she wasn't being given sausage.
Well, I would be moping if I smelt all that sausage and nothing happened.
I guess so.
Your dad's very sweet. Your dad says, we love our daughter-in-law, Ash. She's the best thing that ever happened to that boy. Very sweet.
You're correct.
Carrie says, Ash is the bomb. I wish I had an Ash. I have a Jim, and I bet it's almost as good.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I bet Jim is probably better. I bet Jim could do it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not gonna start a challenge. We're not gonna start a fight in the streets. But I don't know. I think Ash is pretty great. But Jim is probably pretty great.
We probably will arm wrestle Jim and I.
Jim and Ash fight in the parking lot after school.
3:30. See you there. This is awesome. Dennis says, first recipes of Chris's I'm trying is the cornbread. I owe part of the resulting cornbread to Terry as she gave me a few of the ingredients.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're going to give that a shot. Now, if you have any trouble or if you need any help, shoot me a message. You let me know. But just follow that recipe, and I hope you enjoy it.
Man, and shout out to Terry. Terry's awesome, man.
Terry is the bomb.
Yeah. Joseph is here. He says the backstory is cool. I agree. So many bad recipes out there.
Yeah. And listen, that is not to be disparaging to other recipe creators. I know there are people on the internet that create crap and then they try to convince you it's good. I know there's people out there. I don't know that that's what most recipe creators are doing. I think they are, in the past, they have been forging new paths in very uncharted territory. I just took what they did and I tried to take it to the next level and put a completely unique spin on how I think about this stuff. And I just brought something different to it, to where I'm just trying to take it to the next step, and hopefully someday someone will pick up where I leave off and they'll take it even further. And we just build on everything that has come before us. And so, not to disparage any of the other recipe creators, I just wasn't finding what we wanted, and so I just started making what we wanted because it didn't exist anywhere that I could find.
I love that.
So
I love what you just said. It's almost like we're a community and we're working as a team.
Yes.
Partnering together and just making the world a better place.
Yep,
I like
absolutely.
that. I like it. Hey, this is awesome. Mel Stevens says, just join the band.
Oh, well, that's awesome, Mel. Thank you so
Woo-hoo.
much. We're so glad to have you.
Welcome.
Yes.
Don't be shy. That's great. We're so glad to have you. Dustin says to hit that thumbs up, people.
Yes, please.
Let me see here. Sherry says, OMG, no cheese base on that bread. That makes me so very happy. Now just give me the patience to wait until May 10th.
Yes.
Yes. And I have to say, guys, too, the bread is incredible, but the rice that comes out next Saturday, this Saturday, the 3rd.
This coming Saturday in like 5 days.
Yeah. Stephen Stone says, by the way, you are the reason I'm in the tribe. Found Dr. Barry through you and Ash.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to send you Dr. Barry's way, because we love Dr. Barry and Nisha, and we love being able to share the love in their direction the same way that they share it in ours, because they shout us out fairly regularly, and it just means a massive amount to have their support. It really does.
Yeah. Rick Charger Mopar is in the house.
What's up, Rick?
He's awesome.
Now, you could do a fried iguana sandwich on this. I'm just saying.
Rick would do it, man. He'd make it on the engine,
Rick
too.
could take his iguanas and, take some of that iguana tail that he loves to eat, and he could fry it up and make a little iguana sandwich out of this.
He could, absolutely. Karen says, I love eating the carnivore way. I am much healthier, and I love your great recipes.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I agree about the carnivore thing. It's fantastic.
And let's see here. Liz also says that I was a part of the tribe first and then found you guys, and now I'm a part of the band too.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Love it. Also, Dustin just put a good reminder in here. Don't forget, this Sunday, May 4th, is Keto Crusade with Chris, Victor, and myself.
That's correct. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central, 8 o'clock Eastern p.m. on my channel, Victor's channel, Dustin's channel. We'll be going live for Keto Crusade and talking about how, as a community, we can all work together and support each other. Love it. Love those two guys.
Tune in, y'all. Those are some good boys right there. Sherry says, oh, now be still my heart. Rice. I love rice, and I miss it so very much.
Yes. Yes, the rice is really good.
It's easier than the original. Y'all, I'm telling you, Chris is in I don't know if he's eating his carnivore Wheaties, no pun intended, because you did just do cereal.
I did just do a cereal recipe.
You did just do a cereal recipe, yeah. But I feel like whether it's new recipes or whether he's like going back and taking some old ones and like changing them up, I don't know how, but he's making them not only taste better when I thought they couldn't taste better, but he's making them way easier and really approachable. I mean, like, he's in a groove.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm trying to.
You've had your channel for what, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been just a little over 2 years. So, well, I think the first real video I released was in May, I think. So we're just coming up to basically 2 years of me really releasing videos. I'd set the channel up for a few months, but I didn't do anything with it at first because we were moving and there was a bunch of stuff. So I think it was in May. So sometime in May is probably going to be the 2-year anniversary of releasing my first actual video.
It's pretty wild, you guys. But yeah, he's definitely in a groove, and I'm super proud of him and the work that he's doing.
We also just crossed 128,000 subscribers today.
We did?
We did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just hit 128 today.
Well, heck yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Woohoo. I love that. Let's see here. We'll do a couple more comments, then I guess we should probably head on out. But, Naomi Jones is here.
Hello, Naomi.
She says hello again. She came back to see us.
Yes.
So this is good.
Yes.
Welcome.
We didn't chase you off the first time.
Yeah, she didn't get sick of us. She came back. I love that. And Darth Carnivore says, May the 4th be with the Keto Crusade.
Yes, thank you, Charlie. We appreciate that.
I totally agree. And Dennis says, congrats on the 128,000 subscribers.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yes, awesome. Well, babe, I think we're pretty much caught up on comments. I think we got to everyone's questions.
Great.
Anything else you want to share before we head on out?
Guys, throw it in the chat or the comment on the replay of this video what it is you would like to use this 90-second bread for, because I'm just trying to get ideas of all sorts of ways we can use this. That's going to be coming out in about a week and a half on May 10th. Here coming up this coming Saturday, so like 4 days away from now, is the carnivore rice, the upgraded version. It is fantastic. It is beautiful. It is tasty. You guys got to make sure to check that out. Make sure you have liked, subscribed, and hit the notification bell on the channel so that you will know when things like that go live. If you haven't yet, please go over and check out the band. It's linked in the description box. It's $10 a month. It's a cool way to have a really supportive group of people. You get extra behind the scenes stuff, you get some extra recipes. There's a lot of different stuff that we do in there, and it's just a really supportive and amazing group. And I know there's a bunch of band members here that are talking in the chat and telling you guys that it's great. So we would really love to have you over there. It supports the channel, but it also supports you on your journey. And this is how we do this, is all of us together as a community. It is really wonderful to have the opportunity to help you guys the way that we do. So we just appreciate you guys. Get ready for those recipes. Go vote for me on the favorite chef competition. Check out the band. Get ready for all of the stuff coming with the cookbook in the future as we announce things. We're going to head over to Mr. Dustin at Keto Simple here in a little bit. I think that's everything. Did I miss anything?
No, sir. I think you got it all.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, we appreciate all of you. Oh, for those of you who are new to the channel, we also go live every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for Monday Morning Motivation. So if you need extra support and motivation, please come and see us there or watch the replay of that as well. And just let us know in the chat or in the comments beneath the video that you were here, that you were new, because we love meeting new people and making friends, and we just appreciate all of you guys. So like, subscribe, share. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We love all of you. This is Chris Cook in Nashville. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor, over there behind that camera. Make sure to go to ashtaylor.com and see what all she's up to. Guys, make sure you eat your meat, especially when it looks like these beautiful sausage sandwiches that we made tonight. Love your life. We'll see you in the kitchen for Backstage with Chris, crazy recipes, 90-second bread, who'd have thunk it, all sorts of ridiculous things. And we're going to see you guys there very soon. We appreciate and love all of you. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you in the chat over at Keto Simple.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.